Package contents. Please take a moment to examine the contents of your welcome package. This kit, which contains everything you need to begin processing credit card transactions, includes the following: the point-of-sale terminal with a built-in thermal printer, which has been programmed and tested prior to shipment and is ready for immediate use. A power supply and phone cord. A connection diagram. A laminated quick reference guide that provides step-by-step instructions for the most frequently used functions. A manual receipt imprinter with sales and refund or credit slips and payment brand decals for your windows or doors. Our Merchant Account Quick Start Kit CD-ROM, which in addition to this training video contains important information, documents, and links. Please familiarize yourself with these items and retain the disk for future reference. Installation. Locate the terminal, power pack, and power cord in the welcome kit. Connect the power pack to the underside of the terminal, as illustrated in Figure 2 of the enclosed connection diagram. Then connect the female end of the power cord to the power pack, and the male end into a wall outlet or surge protector. Next, take the phone cord out of the box and connect one end into the phone port on the underside of the terminal, as indicated in Figure 3 on the included connection diagram. Connect the other end to an available phone jack near to where you would like the terminal to be located. The terminal operates best on a dedicated single analog line, the type of line installed in most homes and businesses. If your business uses multi-line phones, rollover lines, or digital phone lines, check with your phone system administrator to see if any special considerations or equipment will be necessary. Some phone systems may require a special access code for outbound calls to be placed. If this is the case, please call our customer service department for assistance. As it powers up, the terminal will perform a self-test. It will then display the current time, date, and your main menu. The terminal is preloaded with a complimentary roll of paper and is now ready for use. Transaction instructions. The most common transaction type performed is a sale. There are actually two types of sales: electronic or swiped sales performed in a face-to-face transaction, and manually keyed mail or telephone order, or MOTO sales, performed when the card is not present or when the magnetic stripe is unreadable. Sale, swiped. Slide the card through the slot on the terminal with the magnetic stripe down and facing inward toward the keypad. You will be asked to enter the last 4 numbers from the front of the card. This is a security feature to reduce the risk of accepting a counterfeit card. Key in the last 4 digits of the card account number and press the green Enter key. Now you will enter the amount of the transaction. The decimal point will automatically place itself, so be certain to include dollars and cents. And then press the green Enter key. The terminal will then obtain authorization for the sale. Once approved, the first copy of the receipt, the merchant copy, will automatically print. Tear off the merchant copy and have the customer sign it. Then press Yes to generate the second copy of the receipt, called the customer copy. Please give this to your customer. It does not have to be signed. Retain the signed merchant copy for your company records for a minimum of 18 months. Transaction receipts should be stored in a safe, secure area and organized in chronological order by transaction date. Sale, manual entry, unreadable card, mail or telephone order. If the magnetic strip is unable to be read by the terminal, or for mail or phone orders, you can enter the sale into your terminal manually. Select Phone Order. Key in the credit card account number, then press the green Enter key. Enter the expiration date of the card, starting with the 2-digit month, followed by the 2-digit year. You will then be prompted to enter the amount of the sale in dollars and cents. Next, you will be prompted to enter the card verification value, also known as the V code. This is a 3-digit code number found on the back of the customer's credit card in the signature panel. Input this number and press Enter. If their V code is unobtainable, to properly bypass this prompt, leave the field blank and press Enter. When asked if the code is present on the card, select the Cannot Read or X-Read option. Then, the terminal asks for the numeric portion only of the billing street address of the cardholder. For example, a billing street address of 123 Main Street would be input as just 123. Input the street address number and then press Enter. Then you're prompted to enter the customer's 5-digit billing zip code followed by Enter. The terminal will obtain an authorization and print your receipts. For unreadable cards that are manually entered into your terminal, making an imprint of the card with your manual imprinter is your best defense in the event the transaction were to be disputed. Response messages. The most common response for a sale transaction is an authorization or approval code. This code indicates that the card has not been reported lost or stolen, and that the issuing bank of that card approves the transaction in the amount requested. Occasionally, you may receive a response such as decline, call, or hold call. These responses indicate that the charge has not been approved, and you cannot complete this transaction. A declined response usually means that the requested amount is unavailable in the cardholder's account. If you receive a declined response, inform the cardholder that the card has been declined by their issuing bank and that you can gladly accept another form of payment. Do not attempt to run the card again that day or until after the cardholder has contacted their bank. Please note that all responses, whether approved or declined, are relayed directly from the cardholder's issuing bank to your point-of-sale terminal. Therefore, even if a customer insists that his or her card has plenty of available credit, it is their bank that is providing this response. All credit and debit cards contain a customer service phone number, which the cardholder can use to contact their bank. Never call the cardholder's bank directly or accept an approval code from them. Only use your point-of-sale system or our voice authorization center to avoid potential fraud. Voice authorizations. Step 1. A response of hold, call center, or call indicates that while the card is not declined, the cardholder's issuing bank is requiring you to contact the voice approval center before completing the transaction. The Visa, MasterCard, and Discover voice authorization phone number is 1-800-525-5093. For American Express, the number is 1-800-528-5200. The Voice Approval Center is an automated touch-tone system. Please have your merchant account number ready. If you receive a declined response from the Approval Center, treat that response in the same manner as a decline from the terminal. If you receive an approval code, be sure to record the number. The charge has been authorized, but a force or offline transaction must be performed on your point-of-sale system in order to complete the sale and receive funding. If asked by the Voice Authorization Center to confiscate a lost or stolen card, do not challenge the card user. Avoid physical or verbal confrontations with anyone who may be using a lost, stolen, or otherwise invalid card. Do not jeopardize your safety or that of your employees or customers. Again, the cardholder may call the customer service number on the back of the card for detailed information about their account. Please refer to our Merchant Operating Guide for more detailed information about suspicious or fraudulent transactions. Voice authorizations, Step 2. A force or offline transaction. Once you have obtained an authorization from the Voice Approval Center, a force or offline transaction is required to complete the sale. Press the More key beneath the downward pointing arrow on the display. Select Force from the menu. Next, slide the card or key in the account number and expiration date, and then follow the prompts to enter the amount. In the final step of the transaction, you will be prompted to enter the authorization code. This is the approval code you received from the Voice Authorization Center. Please note that an authorization code may contain letters as well as numbers. To generate alpha characters, first press the number key printed with the corresponding letter. Then press the alpha key one or more times until the desired letter appears. After you have entered the approval code, the terminal will communicate with the host and print receipts. Void. A void is used to remove a transaction from the current batch, whether it is a sale, refund, or force. Select Void. The terminal will ask if you would like to void the last transaction. If the last transaction is the one to be voided, simply select Yes. To void a transaction other than the last, select No. Then select either the option to retrieve the transaction by invoice number or by account number. Input the invoice number or last 4 digits of the account number as applicable of the original transaction, both of which appear on the original copy of the receipt, and press Enter. The terminal will ask you to confirm the transaction information to be voided. Select Yes to confirm the void, and receipts will print. The voided transaction is deleted from your batch total for the day, and you will neither be billed for the transaction, nor will the transaction post to your customer's account. Please note, while a void removes the transaction from your batch, the record of the authorization will remain at your customer's issuing bank. Issuing banks will typically release an authorization within 10 business days. You can re-enter a voided transaction for an equal or lesser dollar amount than the original sale in the event that you've accidentally overcharged a customer. Once the void is completed, follow the steps for a force or offline, taking care to input the correct amount. When prompted for the approval code, use the approval code from the original transaction. A refund or a return is used to credit funds back to a customer's account. While it is preferable to perform a void on the same date as the original transaction, a refund can be done at any time. Select Refund. For your security, you will be prompted to enter a password. Please contact customer service for assistance with this password. Input the card account number and expiration date, and then input the amount to be refunded in dollars and cents. The terminal will communicate with the host and print receipts. General information. Deposits. You will receive an electronic deposit to your checking account within 3 business days after a batch is settled. The deposit will contain the net total in full of your Visa, MasterCard, and Discover sales. If the batch contains American Express transactions, American Express will fund you for their sales directly. Statements. You will receive your merchant billing statement in the mail within the first 10 business days of the month. Your statement will provide a summary of the previous month's activity, along with a detailed accounting of the fees accrued. The total charges and fees will be deducted directly from the bank account you have designated within the first 3 business days of the month. If you have specific questions regarding your statement, please contact customer service. Our phone number is conveniently located on the first page of every statement. End-of-day reports and batch settlement. Your terminal is pre-programmed to automatically settle the day's batch at approximately 11:30 p.m. local time. This ensures the timely delivery of funds to your bank account and the best possible processing rates. The terminal must be connected to its power source and phone line in order to complete this vital function. Because this process happens when most businesses are closed, you will see a settlement report waiting for you on the terminal the following day. The settlement report will reflect the total for the previous day's transactions, along with a response message of GB for Good Batch from our host system. Retain this report for your records. The terminal has started a new batch and is ready to operate. If you do not see a settlement report, or the settlement report does not contain the positive GB response, please contact us immediately. This may indicate a problem with your batch and delay or prevent funding to your account. Keep in mind that if there was no transaction activity, your system will not perform an automated settlement. printing reports, and settling manually. You may use the terminal's reporting functions to generate a detail or totals report at any time by selecting the Reports key. You can also use the Reprint key to reprint a transaction receipt from the current batch. If you would like to settle your terminal manually, it is recommended to print a report first. Balance your sales receipts with the report to confirm your total is accurate, and then settle your batch. For detailed instructions on how to manually settle, please refer to your included quick reference guide. Loading paper. Your equipment arrived ready to operate with a complimentary roll of paper already loaded. When you see a swath of color running along one side of your receipts, it indicates that the roll is nearly exhausted. To load a new roll of thermal paper, press the tab on the right side of the terminal to open the lid. Then remove the old roll. Peel back approximately 6 inches of the new roll and drop the new roll into the paper area so that the leading edge comes toward you from underneath the roll. Pull the paper down over the display and close the lid. Tear off any excess paper. The new roll is now loaded. Please note that the printer in your terminal does not use ink. It is a thermal printer and requires specially treated thermal paper. Do not use regular adding machine paper since this may damage your printer, void the equipment warranty, and simply will not work. You can order supplies by phone or by visiting our website. Technical support. Accept Credit Cards business office is open from 8:30 a.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Outside of normal business hours, technical support is available until 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday, and from 9 o'clock a.m. to 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, Saturday, Sunday, and all holidays. The Voice Authorization Center is always available. You will also find referral cards in your welcome package that offer you a $50 bonus for each business you refer to us that establishes an account. Please feel free to take advantage of this $50 bonus as often as you would like. The highest compliment we can receive from a customer is the referral of a friend or associate. We thank you for the trust you place in us. Your merchant processing account is ready for operation. Thank you for choosing Accept Credit Cards, and we look forward to a long and prosperous future with you, our valued customer.